Okay, so what is my purpose? How do I begin to know what my purpose even is? Am I in the right course? Am I doing the right business? What is my purpose in life? And that is one question that most people go throughout their life, perhaps wondering, is this what I was made to do?
This is $1 million question. Purpose is the reason for anything that exists.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome back to Fresh Start, where we've been talking to Dr. Richmond Kwame Frimpong. Now, we've been mainly sharing his ideas from the book, New Year, Fresh Start. For those of you who want to grab a copy, the numbers are rolling on your screen right now. So get a copy. We've not given you everything. We've only touched on them. And even that one, you've probably learned so much. Welcome back, Doc.
Thank you, Terence.
Now, in the previous episode with Dicta, you introduced purpose and vision.
Right.
If looking through the book, when I was reading it, there was a part where you linked purpose and vision to your New Year's resolution. I thought your New Year's resolution there is like every year ubi ayebi, so you have to do it. Now, my question is, what have purpose and vision got to do with your resolution?
Right. You see, so if you are watching us, this is not just something to tickle you.
Yes.
These are deep conversations to change and shape your life. So you begin the year differently a little bit.
Yes.
One man said that it is actually madness to do the same things you do over and over and over again. And then you have an expectation that is different from the ones you have always had. That is madness. So look at this as an opportunity to consider a new way of starting afresh. Now, in the book, I say resolutions can only help you if they have a foundation.
Yes.
Other than that, resolutions are just wish lists.
Yeah.
And they don't amount to much. So the foundation is what I put together for you to appreciate what you have to do. And usually the foundation is the most difficult thing.
Yeah.
You might not even see it if you've seen anything close to building. It takes so much, you don't see it, but that is the strength in the life of anything. Look at a business, any business. Look at a country. Any country that is scaling heights and doing well, there would always be a foundation. For a country, it will be the development plan.
Yeah.
It will be the constitution. For a business, it will be the business plan. It is the business plan with cash flows, the business plan with balance sheet, the projections, the P&L. They form the foundations of why I recruit this person or that person, why I produce this product that way. So when you see why I'm producing this product, when you see my profitability, it is just a picture on top of a foundation.
Yeah.
It is the same with your life. If you will not just go to a site, listen carefully, and begin to put brick and mortar together, you will not do it.
Yes.
Why won't you do it? You won't do it because you know that to build any meaningful building, you need not just a land input. You need an architect to capture the details of what you are thinking on paper, called an architectural plan.
Yes.
Before you go to site to build, sometimes even before you find land. Resolution is just what you are thinking of as the end goal and what you want to see happen.
Okay.
The foundation of it is the pictures that make you who you are, the pictures that determine the kind of person you are. And I say the first thing is purpose. The original intent for Kwesi Mensah, for Amabredu, for Kojo Menu. The distinction between these people is in their purpose.
Okay.
And I'm saying that if you have identified your purpose, or if you have discovered your purpose, then on top of it, you build vision, which is the picture of your future.
Yeah.
Then when you have captured that picture, it brings meaning to your purpose.
Okay.
So it doesn't give you fame, it doesn't give you money, but it brings meaning to why you are where you are.
Yeah.
Then beyond that, you now begin to set goals, literally marking posts, dimensions that will be able to tell whether you have achieved or not achieved. Just like goalposts, just like goalposts, just like goalposts in a real field of play. That is the determination between a goal scored and a goal over the bar. It is the goalpost. So when you begin a new year afresh, your goals linked to your vision, linked to your purpose, will tell you what success is, not what somebody is calling success. So another person's income is what success is. Yours may be different. Your goals will define it. It will not make you complacent because you know what a goal is for you. Then that determines the last item, your daily routine. Your daily routine determines your future return. So how you wake up, what you do when you wake up, where you go, the type of friends you pick, the decisions you take, the academics you do, the writings you do, the spirituality you do, your health routine, all those things come up. And then you see that your now New Year resolution is now coming together so that at the end of the year, you'll be able to say, checkbox, I have achieved something. Wow. This is the masterpiece for your life to start fresh and work well. Other than that, you are joking. But listen to this. The tiger that wakes up at dawn and roams all day till midnight will never be fed until it makes a catch. So be interested in this thing we are talking about. Other than that, you can scream on Facebook all day. You can have all the followers in the world and even have all the money in the world. But you will notice that something in you is not speaking to fulfillment. Something in you is still not excited about what you want to do. And until you get this, you will either have one and not have the other. It all comes together to make fresh start work.
Wow. So just to touch on what you said, basically you've shown us that in achieving your New Year's resolution, in terms of being linked to purpose and vision, it's even the minutest details. It just doesn't happen. You talked about daily routine and all that. You talked about even it has to do with the types of friends you have and all that. It's very insightful. And there's more in the book. But then I want us to take a step back. Right from last week, or the previous episode with Dicta, you were talking about purpose before you went to Habakkuk and talked about writing the vision and all. But then someone might be at home wondering, okay, so what is my purpose? I know you touch on it in the book, but then to someone who hasn't read, how do I begin to know what my purpose even is? Am I in the right course? Am I doing the right business? What is my purpose in life? And that is one question that most people go throughout their life, perhaps wondering, is this what I was made to do, or it's not? So then what is your purpose and how do you begin to know?
This is $1 million question. And for many people, and I mean, in life, you see many people talk about it, get a purpose, have a vision, have this, but how to is something that many people don't touch on. And if you are fortunate to be listening to this conversation, I'm going to break it down for you. I've said that purpose is the reason for anything that exists. So if you come to my house and you see me having a cutlass and a bread knife, practically, they are all meant for cutting. Right? But then if you see me on the dining table, cutting or slicing your bread with a cutlass, whilst the bread knife is on the table, you would grinch and feel something is wrong. But why? Is it not also for cutting? You are making the comment you are making about the cutlass on the bread because the bread and the bread knife go together in terms of cutting. So the purpose of the bread knife is for cutting bread. And the purpose of the cutlass is for weeding weeds or cutting weeds, literally. So even though they are all meant for cutting, each of them has a use. That is purpose. Now, to discover this use, there are two things you have to find. Who is behind the creation of the cutlass or the bread knife? That person determines its use. It is Tim Cook and the Apple guys who determine what makes iPhone 17 different from iPhone 16 Plus. Why? Because they created it. So they have built in an algorithm that separates the two. put that aside. The next one is for you to tell the difference. You can literally look at iPhone 17 features and iPhone 16 Plus features.
Yeah.
Or iPhone 16 Pro features.
Yeah.
Just by looking at the features, you can tell what this is for and what this is also for. They are all purpose.
Yeah.
So the first one, look at who is behind the creation. The second one, look at the features. To do that, you must have the first one right.
Okay.
Anybody who is looking to discover why they exist or why they are there must find who is behind their creation, and that is God. You may be a Muslim, you may be a Buddhist, you may be a Christian. It doesn't matter. As long as you believe that God has a place in bringing you to this life, then you need to have a relationship with Him and engage Him in a place where you ask Him, what really is the reason why you place me here?
Okay.
Why did you make me this way? Why do I have this? Why did I come from this background? Have a conversation with God. And here, I don't mean being in a situation where you see some mulunkun and you see some angels coming down and you see some nice voice, deep voice say, my son. No, there is a conviction in you. There's a spirit in you. You are made up of body, soul, and spirit. That spirit gives you conviction that this is what I'm wired for.
Okay.
So have a place where you sit and talk to God, not just in the casual manner. Stick aside, get out of the noise, leave the normal routine, hide somewhere, and say, Lord, if you are there, tell me my use.
Okay.
Because He created you, if you believe it.
Yeah.
Now, when you do that, I'm saying that it may not happen immediately, but with time, you will be getting some conviction that now begins to give you clarity as to what you are made for.
Yeah.
In case you do that and you don't get it, the next one, which I use the Apple example, is just observe.
Okay.
Observe what I call shape, because I looked at the details of Apple, the versions, and I said, check the iOS, check the settings, check the features, check the intelligence, and it will give you a clue and give you a difference.
Yeah.
For you also, there is something in the book I talk about called shape. After you've done the God part, if you still don't feel you have clarity, look at your shape, your shape, your shape. Literally shape is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Your shape, not the Hajia Bintu shape. I'm talking about your shape as in the spelling S-H-A-P-E.
Yes.
That shape can tell you what you are wired for. The shape of an articulator tie is different from the shape of a saloon car tie. So when you just look at an articulator tie, it will tell you that it's not meant for that a Kia morning car.
Yes.
Just by looking at the shape. So that you don't put that articulator tie under the small saloon car. So your shape, the S is simply your spiritual giftings. There are some things you know. I did not pick this from school. I did not pick this from learning. It is just something I have. They are your gifts.
It's innate.
Innate.
Yeah.
So the S is watch. What are your spiritual giftings? Write them down, as many as you can find. The next one is H. H, heart. Jesus said, where the heart of a man is, there is his treasure. It means that there is a place where your heart can go and you don't mind doing anything, even if you are not paid for. There is something like that. There is something you can do. I'm not paid for, but I'll wake up and do again.
Yeah.
People say, are you a fool? But I wake up and play the football, even if I'm not paid, even if I'm not playing full time and he says, come and play for 1 minute. I will go and play it. That is my heart. I love teaching children. I love writing. I love doing mathematics. Whatever it is. Where is your heart? My friend of mine was telling me that anytime he sees anybody wearing the dress of a midwife, then his heart is gone. He just wants to wear that dress. That's all in his life. If he doesn't do anything, he can wear that dress. He's fine. Another friend told me that all he's looking forward to seeing is being in a tie and in a suit and working from an office where he can look through the glass mirror and see cars parked there. Banker in his heart. It's in his heart. Even if they won't pay him, there is a place of your heart. Find it. Another person, just to pick a microphone and sing. Another person, he gets into a condition and he notices everything that is not right. He gets into a compound, everything that is not right. He gets into a church setup, he can tell the sound. People are enjoying it, but he can tell that the mixing is not right. Where is your heart? Find it.
Yeah.
A, ability. You are able to do certain things easily. That is the difference between a Lionel Messi and a C. Ronaldo. They will just be playing on a field with a rounded leather ball filled with air. They play, dribble, and enjoy. Even when they are sometimes hurt, they get up again and play. And when they hit it, it goes into 2 metal posts we call goal posts. And when they hit it and it enters and we scream, goal! Money hits their pockets.
Yeah.
That is their ability. They are able to do. What are you able to do? Somebody can sew, somebody can sing, somebody can write, somebody understands numbers just like that. Somebody can eat ice block all day. He still has his voice and can sing. Somebody gets into a studio and as he's playing the beat, a sound from somewhere comes. There is something you are able to do. Don't mix it up. The fact that your friend is reading accounting, the fact that everybody is reading law does not mean you have to read law to be successful. No, check it. Are you able to do it?
Yeah.
If you are able to do it, follow your heart. Then the P is your personality. 4 types of personality. I don't mind if you don't believe it, but you are. Remember, you are either a phlegmatic, you are a choleric, you are a sanguine, or you are melancholic.
Yeah.
Many people, they will not even know that whenever they get to a shop, they will buy something by the look, the color, the brightness, and when they get home, they notice that they didn't need it. That is your personality.
Yeah.
You better know it so that you are guided while you are wired that way. Many people, you step on their toes, they are hurt, but they'll smile, oh, it's okay. But in their heart, they are crying. Why? Because their personality is that they cannot tell you when they are feeling pain. Another, the moment you step on his toe, he will step on you and still smile.
Yeah.
You are good. He doesn't have any issue with you. Personality. We are in the room. Give us 2 days. We all got into the room. In 2 days, one of them, everybody in the room will know their name. They are everybody's friend. They are outgoing. They talk. They crack jokes. They are the life of the party. You know, personality. You can be either of the two of them. One is major, one is minor. There's a phlegmatic, there's a melancholic, there's a choleric. A choleric is just looking at the big picture. He can step on your toes and get it. He doesn't have emotions.
Right.
As long as I can achieve the goal, forget about emotions.
Yeah.
That person usually becomes a charismatic leader. My point is, check your P
Okay.
and put it down. Your personality is there for a purpose. There is a reason why Peter was the way he was, that he would take a knife and cut the ear. The others were there.
Yeah.
Peter, John, even Judas and those people were all there. But the personality determined who was what.
Yeah.
Check your personality. The last one is experience. Experiences also are clues that you can pick to tell your purpose.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a story. A young guy I was mentoring was looking forward to marrying a lady. One day, the lady came to me and said, I am okay with this gentleman. What is left for me to move on with him is I'm not too comfortable with the way he eats anytime we go out. She tells me the story that anytime they go out and they are giving a drink or they are giving food, when they pour the wine in the glass, it is for us to be sipping and be walking and be talking. By the time my brother's wine is poured, the next moment it is gone, boom. So the moment we are talking, he has an empty glass. It is asking for water. We go to a restaurant, we order a meal. As his has come and we are waiting for mine, before mine lands, everything is dry. Gribu. This lady was feeling uncomfortable. So I delved deeper into his experiences. This guy was number 9 out of 14 children. And in this number 9, at age 9, you can see he has other siblings. They didn't have much. They eat in one bowl. So when they put the 3 slices or the 3 balls of banku or whatever in the bowl, it is almost like a marathon. The stronger, the faster is what. So he has learned by experience, consciously or unconsciously, to eat faster and to do things faster. This girl is just the only child. She has her bowl, she has her place, she has her room. Nobody is chasing her. She takes her time to eat. The experiences have shaped the guy differently from her. And when we diagnosed this and we discussed, she began to accept this. What am I saying? Your experiences. Many people have never seen a father, the love of a father, because they didn't see a father. So that experience makes them who they are. Many people have not seen the love of a mother.
Yeah.
It is an experience. So it brings you up that way. For many people at a younger age, they became the mothers and the fathers of their siblings.
Yeah.
So they have built leadership from day one. What am I saying? I'm saying that if you did the first part, engaging God, you got something or you did not get something, do the second part. Check your shape. Check your spiritual gifts. Write it down.
Yeah.
Check your heart.
Yeah.
Write it down.
Yeah.
Check your abilities. Write it down. Check your personality. Write it down. And go through your experiences as you are growing up, the school you went to, the person you lived with, the experience of your parents, the divorce situation, the good situation, the bad, the ugly. They make you. When you finish, that shape will paint a picture of who you are. And it will bring meaning to why you are the way you are and why you want to become what you want to become. That is purpose discovery.
Wow. This is like a load of insightful things, because if you break down even the shape alone, there's no way you would go about after watching today's video that you wouldn't know what your purpose is, because you can begin to analyze. From the very first time Mr. Richmond talked about the fact that it's like he suggested that the creation is not exclusive of the creator, and there is a purpose as to why you were created. Then he goes to tell you that there is one way to go about finding your purpose, which is through getting closer to the creator and speaking to him. Finally, he talks about there is another way, which is the shape, and it's all spelled out deeply in the book, New Year, Fresh Start, which we have been discussing on our show. So I'd like you to pick up the numbers and call and then get your copy. We are still going into the conversation. I'd like you to join us next week as we chat further. But remember to like, subscribe, and share, because there are many people who do not know their purposes out there. And this is going to be one of the most pivotal moments in their life when you share this video with them. So we are still here with Mr. Richmond. I'd like to thank you for another day of insight and deep knowledge. I think the show is more for me than the audience, but we are all sharing. So, ladies and gentlemen, there's been another insightful episode. Remember, you can get the book if you follow the numbers on our screen, because I keep telling you, we've just touched on the topics. There are even deep. So if touching on is where we've talked about the creator, the creation, the purpose, vision, and shape, imagine what is in the book. So remember to grab your copy now. Catch you same time next week. Bye-bye.